Hello, hello, Defects. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Please welcome our guest tonight for episode, I believe, 6 of Vtuber interviews.
Hello, hello.
Greetings. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am NitroNova, your friendly neighborhood Lioness warrior.
Excellent, excellent. And thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah, not a problem.
Awesome. So, I'll just throw you right into the fray, if that sounds good to you. And
Been thrown into a lot worse.
Yeah? What's the worst you've been thrown into? Or one of them, at least.
There's a lot. I've been thrown into lots of situations.
Yeah, thrown into lots of things. Trees, pits,
Caves.
off waterfalls.
Not off a waterfall yet. You know, that would be a new experience if that ever happened.
I mean, we can fix that. We can do that. Like that.
You know
nothing's stopping us.
That's what we're doing after this. Then
Let's go. All right. So, cheese. A lot of people like it. Some people can't have it because it likes to kill them. But more importantly, what is your favorite?
My favorite type of cheese?
Yes, the solidified dairy product, or not dairy technically, because there are some that aren't. But that's besides the point.
Great question. It's a very hard answer because I come from a land of cheese.
Ooh, well then you can give me your top picks, in or not in order.
Not in or not order. Let's see. There's Gouda, Havarti. I do like the classic pepper jack. Well, cheddar jack. I'm not much for the spiciness of the pepper jack. You know.
Yeah. You've already won. You're already correct several times over because you said both Havarti and Gouda, which means by default you're correct.
Ah, thank you.
That is, you win. You win the question. You are the first to win. Good job. Congratulations.
I knew having somebody who works at a Danish cheese factory would have me pay off.
You have officially earned the seal of cheese, which you will get later.
Awesome, cool. I knew coming from a land of cheese would help.
Heck yes, let's go. Cheese powers have been activated.
Yep.
Alright, so. Let's see. You know what? It pairs well. It's not the first time I've asked this right after. So, your favorite type of bread? It could be something that relates to the cheese, or just completely separately.
Yeah, understandable. Now, bread is a little tougher question. I don't typically stray away from usually the standard white bread.
Oh,
Sometimes I'll venture out to the sourdough.
Alright.
I don't venture much outside of dough.
Why is that, if you don't mind me asking? What stops you on the path to dough versus dairy?
I don't know! I really don't know.
Just, it just doesn't pique your interest in the same way?
No.
Oh.
Cheese speaks to me.
What does it,
Unlike
what does it say?
It says, eat me.
Oh, understandable.
Bread does not speak to me like cheese does.
Oh,
cheese is straightforward. Bread is just maybe you want me, maybe you don't. But cheese is just you want me. I'm like, yes, I do.
So bread's too subtle about it.
Yeah, bread's too subtle. I can't be with someone who's subtle.
Oh, I see. It makes it's all coming together. It's making sense now.
Yeah.
All right. I see. I will speak no further about your strained relationship with bread.
I don't speak to bread anymore. It's a complicated relationship we have.
Understandable. All right. So, what inspired you, the Lioness of the VTubing world, to begin? How did you start VTubing, and why did you?
Well, okay. So, I had a friend. Well, a friend. Then I made another friend who are both VTubers.
All right.
And so when I saw how cool they looked, I was just like, maybe I could give that a go. I'm just like, yeah. And then I started the journey and don't regret it, you know?
Hell yeah. Alrighty.
Mhm.
So do you stream from like the savannah or
No,
no?
I currently, you know, as one who has been betrayed by family, you know, I ran off to the forest, you know, where people don't have to look for other people.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. That is perfectly fair. And oh, by the way, here we go. I have placed your cheese award. Perfect. We're gonna put it on your collar.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There we
I'll wear
go.
it like a badge of honor.
It is a badge of honor. So I'm
Good.
glad to hear this. Um. All right. All right. Talk to me about some of your passions.
Um, well, I've been diving deep into murder mysteries. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've always been deep in the murder mystery game. So it's a lot of that is just like, can I figure it out? You could say someone here is deep into her detective work.
Oh, I see. I see. Well,
Yeah.
I definitely have been seeing that you've been playing a lot of Phoenix Wright and similar lately.
Yeah. I've been doing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles as of right now. Yeah, I took a little break last week, you know, for my Christmas tradition, which is to replay Turnabout Goodbye. Hey, it takes place around Christmas time, so therefore it's the Christmas episode.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, like how Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Oh, of course, yes.
Mhm.
How could everyone forget our favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard?
Yep,
Just like how just like how Fallout is a Halloween game.
exactly. If it takes place around the holiday, it's the holidays game.
Of course, definitely no exceptions to
That,
that. That's
that's
like
how it
not at
works.
all.
They don't have to mention the holiday. It just has to take place around the holiday.
Of course, just 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 like Civil War reenactments are just a Christmas movie.
Yep, exactly.
uh, right.
I don't need to justify my answers here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Any favorite murder mysteries that come to mind?
Uh, well, a classic does definitely go out to Knives Out, which is a great movie. 10 out of 10 would watch again. I recently watched Glass Onion, which great movie. Not as good as the original, but you know, good movie.
Okay, okay. Is it mysteries in general or specifically murder mysteries?
Specifically murder, but I wouldn't mind diving into other types of mysteries.
Interesting, interesting.
I know it's something about fictional murder.
I mean, you know what? Fair enough. I am definitely privy. I enjoy like the Sherlock Holmes series and a lot of the books by Agatha Christie too.
Yeah.
Um, Here's a question: what about murder and suspense and similar, but without the mystery? Intrigue and murder without the mystery.
I don't know. I think for me, it's mostly about the ability to like solve the murder.
Interesting. All right,
So,
because there is a series that kind of screws with the formula. It is no longer a whodunit. Called Columbo. I don't know if you ever heard of it before.
I might have.
It is fucking glorious, and I definitely would give it a recommendation. At least to watch a single episode.
Okay,
Um, but yes, that is for another time.
that's
Uh,
fine. When I actually have time to do stuff.
yeah, so never, right?
Yeah, exactly. You
Uh,
know, the list of games I need to play just keeps getting longer.
yeah, it really does. It really does. I totally feel that. Um, I have
Like
a
every time I
mild.
finish a game, like 3 more games that go on my I'm gonna play this on stream list.
Yeah, right. Or just my mile long anime list.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
YouTube's already tried to kill me once for it, so I can't share it like I used to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm.
I once went an entire year between watching 2 seasons of the same anime.
I mean, that's like fair though. Like sometimes you just gotta do that. You gotta drop it for a bit, go back.
Yeah.
Or sometimes an animation studio burns down in Kyoto, Japan. Hypothetically,
No, 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 no. The season's been out for a bit.
of
So
course, of
it,
course.
it was
You know,
definitely I shelved it, and then I had a little time at work just sit down and watch an entire season of anime. So I did so.
all right.
And so now the joke is I'm gonna in another year I'll be watching the third season of the anime.
Oh, nice. Maybe you'll catch up to like a small part of what it actually is at now. Um.
It's only 4 seasons right now.
Okay. Okay. So it'll be like 10 by the time you get to the fourth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
um. So, do you have any prized possessions?
Uh, Not really.
That is completely fair. Is there anything you want then of a similar vein?
Swords. I like swords.
You like swords?
Yep.
Any particular swords?
No, not really. I mean, if you could get me a katana, that would be great.
Oh, you wanted katana. I see.
Yep.
Hey, why katana?
I think they're cool. And they make people look like badasses.
Fair. 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 Can't argue with that. But then the equivalents can be said. Like some people just look like a goddamn weeb.
Yeah. That would be my problem. I was like, if I got a katana, I would look like a goddamn weeb.
Exactly.
I mean, I was like, I'm already a weeb, but
Well,
then I would look like one.
Perhaps. But if you get good enough at it, then at least it's justifiable. Not really, but like a little bit. Just a little bit. So...
That's why when I said if I got a sword, I'd only display it, because then people wouldn't know that I'm a sword wielding weeb.
All right.
So that's why when I designed my VTuber model, I gave her swords because I like swords.
Fair enough. That actually pretty much covers the question I was going to ask you right after, which was your weapon of choice.
It's dual swords.
Dual swords. Dual swords in any special stances or anything, or just straight up dual
No, not really.
swords?
Dual swords.
Right on, right on. For the ones you have, are they any particular ones?
No.
English style or just like katanas or?
No.
Nah, alright.
Nothing.
Fair enough. In that case. Is a hot dog a taco, a sandwich, or something else altogether? Correct answers only.
Correct answers only. Oh. Then obviously, by definition, if we want to go scientifical here, which I'm gonna be completely talking out of my butt.
Oh no. Most important is your opinion for this, after all.
It is a taco.
Well, I mean that's fine because you listened to the first instruction, which was correct answers only. So like you're 2 for 2. You also win the hot dog award, which I also have to draw.
Because here's the thing: a taco is fillings inside one piece of material on the outside, whether that being a hard corn taco shell or a soft wrap like for burritos. So
Yes.
a hot dog bun is a taco shell. So if you put the hot dog inside the hot dog bun, it's a taco.
Yes, that is
In scientific terms, that's how it works.
correct. You really are a hot dog scientist. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. I studied a lot of hot dogs. I paid attention in hot dogology.
Oh man, I really skipped mine, but I still know the difference more than some heathens do, apparently.
Wow!
It's a hot dog sacrilege, honestly. I can't believe the audacity of some people.
What if some people saying it's actually a sandwich, or not even one of those two options?
Not even one of those two. Got a bit of everything. Got a bit of everything at this point. I know. Can't believe it either.
The audacity of people.
Yeah, right? um, let's see. Okay, so I've got one. What is your favorite day you celebrate and or holiday? I say that separately because some people have their own things they celebrate, which is arguably cooler.
You know, I'm classic. Gotta go with Christmas.
There is nothing wrong with that. That is
Yeah,
perfectly fair.
nice time to spend with family. You know, but if we could ditch the cold weather. That would be fine.
Say that again?
We could ditch the cold weather and all the all the badness of driving in snow.
Nah,
If
it's a
that could go
requirement.
away,
It's a requirement.
damn it!
Cannot have one without the other. Hawaii does not exist. You cannot have one without the other.
I guess I have just always I have gone pretty much my whole life with snow for Christmas, but always not a bad thing.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because then you can pelt people in the face with. Because then you can start pelting people in the face with snowballs.
That is true. I have not had a lot of snowball fights, but I have enjoyed the ones I've had. I did win, of course, because I'm that cool. Let me think. What's your favorite stream so far of the ones you've done? Or one of, if you cannot decide a specific one.
The two I always go to were my 12-hour birthday bash this year, and then my 24-hour charity live stream for Extra Life this year.
Ooh. Do you mind telling me more about those?
Well, it's simple. The birthday bash was a 12-hour stream, and the Extra Life stream was a 24-hour stream where I stayed up for 24 hours, had no plans of what I was gonna do, and I raised like $125. It was the greatest day of my life.
Hell yeah. That sounds awesome.
Raise $125 for charity. It's like the best feeling you could have.
I'd freaking imagine. I want to do that.
I mean, if I made more, I'd probably be more ecstatic, but that's the most I've ever made in one day.
But still, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have an Oshi?
Oh, what?
Do you have someone, whether it's a streamer, a superior, or something akin to that you look up to, an Oshi?
Yeah. I've mentioned him before, but it's my friend who got me into the VTubering in the first place.
Well, all right then.
Mm-hmm.
I hope both of you continue to succeed and work on your goals. And speaking of working on things, what is your favorite style, art form, or way things can look? For example, like how someone would set up a room, or perhaps their clothing style. For example, I absolutely adore exposed circuitry, dangling wires, unprotected components, unshelled metal, etc. That sort of aesthetic, like old Aperture themes from like Portal, if you've played that.
I always have enjoyed when something looks like clean and efficient, but simplicity. I don't like over the topness. I always more enjoyed the simple things in life. So.
Alrighty. So, do you mind if anything comes to mind? Do you have any examples of such?
No, not really. Well, actually, there's say you have a bookshelf, and then like it's like every like all the bookshelves are just like there's like nice little decor pieces of the like this like a cute little like figure or something or like decor piece, and then like next to it, it's just like next few little books, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally get. God, I'm looking over. I have four bookshelves. Um, not for decoration or anything fancy like that. I just have a fucking lot of books.
Ah,
Um, and I could just get like a big one, right? But they're expensive, and you can get four
yeah,
small
they are.
bookshelves for like way cheaper, and just put them together. um,
I've been having to look into shelves recently because uh I've recently gotten to the buying anime figures scene.
let's go. You're getting one
I
of
blame
me.
one of my coworkers. Absolutely. We did a secret Santa at work. He got me two One Piece figurines.
Ooh,
I'm
which
just like,
characters? Which
thank
characters?
you, Luffy and Zoro.
Let's fucking go. So I have never gotten an anime figure. However, those sound like great ones to start with, because my god, One Piece is fucking great. I'm currently going through the series.
Yeah,
I love One
I
Piece.
am too.
Let's
I
fucking
currently,
go.
I watch a little bit every week with my mods. So
Okay. I've just been fucking steamrolling through it like 2 episodes a night before I sleep. Uh
well, that's good too because one thing I've noticed is I can't just binge watch something or else I'll lose interest after like 100 or so episodes.
really?
Yeah.
Alrighty. What roughly where are you at now?
Uh,
If anything comes to mind.
we just finished the Arlong arc, so we're still pretty at the beginning of it. So
Oh, but that's great though.
yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well, right then. I look forward to your discovery of more of Luffy's adventures
Hmm.
in bullshittery and shenanigans and akin to that as well.
Yeah.
Because there are so many of them. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Okay. So let me think. I am going to need to do a seance real quick. Give me just a moment. Please ignore the chalk that's being drawn around you and the candles being lit as well.
I'm not an offering for a cult or
No,
anything,
no,
am
no,
I,
no.
Fred?
You're not. Don't worry. I'm summoning something. It's different. Okay, okay, okay. I call upon you, spirit of the creator. Please overtake their body just for a moment. I need to ask you something.
Yep.
Hello. Did it
Hello?
work?
No, not at all.
Fuck.
I'm kidding.
Oh, excellent, excellent. In that case, I have a question for you real quick.
Right?
Um, what was your original idea for your design? If like if it's different at all from the current one?
Well, there is no like I've gone through like a few iterations, mostly just different hairstyles, but the idea of a lioness warrior has always been in the back of my head.
Okay, okay. Um, in that case, what got you to the idea of a lioness warrior? Warrior. God damn, I said warrener is not a thing. That's not a fucking words.
So, okay. So a few things actually inspired me. But the biggest one is this MMO I used to play called Aura Kingdom. Well, I still kind of play it like now and then, but not often. But there is a group of like people in the game known as the Marker Tribe, and they're very heavily based off of lions. And so so when I was just playing the game, and then I was thinking of like wanting to be a VTuber, and then seeing like a storyline with them going on. I'm just like I could work with that. And then that idea just kept growing in my mind. And then eventually I just made an entire world. And I'm just like, yep, this is happening now.
You created an entire like.
Yep. Well, not even like entire world, but it's like an entire like not even a planet, just more like a nation.
No, but that's still cool as shit.
Yeah. There's like many different like types of people, a bunch of stuff. Very heavily inspired by our kingdom.
Still,
But
hell
still.
yeah. And later today, I will be asking your vessel questions about that if that is okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why, thank you. I have the Creator's blessing. That is ideal. Now, let me think if there's anything else I need to ask you before you go, because the return process is rather painful, and it is not something you probably want to experience twice. Let me think. Oh, yes, that's a pretty good one, huh? Do you have any future projects that you're playing? And if so, are there any teases you want to give the audience? If not, you can just pretend like you don't have any. And it is a loud lie.
Here's the thing. I probably can't keep quiet about this because I already haven't been quiet about it on Twitter. But but I don't have anything like I can show yet because I'm still very early in this process. But I am currently working on a time skip redesign for my model. So I will definitely be keeping people. I'll probably keep others in the loop, like what the character's gonna look like, and just like how the model's going and everything. Once that comes more into inspiration, but right now I'm just heavily working on that design. So, and I'm not ready to show anything yet because I don't know if I like anything I have done yet.
I understand that pain. Hell yeah. I do look forward to the eventual, probably, maybe release of it if you do end up liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a guaranteed for sure if it's gonna happen. I just
Okay.
has to find a has to settle on something I like.
That is fair. That is perfectly fair. So, lastly, before I return you also, is who's a streamer that you'd like to meet or work with one day?
Hmm.
Of course, if any come to mind.
Yeah. None really come to mind as of right now.
That is perfectly fair. In that case, I do summon your vessel back and will return you from which you came.
Okay.
I apologize about the pain, and gone.
Ow.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? You were out
Nope.
for a little bit.
Are you sure you didn't summon me for a cult?
No. You wouldn't be here if that was the case. Those are on Fridays. This is Thursday.
God, I'm always busy on Fridays.
Yeah, you.
I do not have time for a cult.
Okay, I see. Well, that's probably better for you then. Yeah, the works out.
Yeah. Yes.
Get them off the list. Okay, so let's see. What was the last thing I asked you? I'm thinking. Oh, I asked you about people you looked up to. So, how about instead we go with this? What was your favorite class during school? And that can be any school. It does not have to be a specific one.
Definitely ethical hacking when I was in college.
You took ethical hacking. Let's go.
Yes! I was so pumped!
It's so fucking cool.
I know!
Let's go. Hell yes. God, I love it.
Do not regret that decision for a second.
I mean, how could you? That is like a class that if you somehow leave regretting something, that just means you probably overpaid, because it's the only goddamn thing I can think of being dissatisfied with. Every single fucking concept from it is just glorious.
Yes. Indeed.
That goes for all you defects. Look up fucking ethical hacking. You don't need to take a fancy class if you don't need. There are videos on it. Learn about it.
Yeah.
It's cool as shit. if you don't know it already.
Don't
Anyway.
don't want to waste your money on a college course. Look it up online.
Yeah, literally. Alternatively, defects. If you didn't know, there are a lot of colleges that you can literally just enter a class. You can just ask the professor, "Hey, can I go here? I won't get the fucking credits because you're paying for the fucking credits and the accreditation. You can take a fucking college class just by entering and be like, "Hey, I want to listen." They'll be like, "Yeah, sure, you do you." That's like almost every fucking college ever, beyond like super private ones. And hello, Scarlett. I'm glad to see you in chat.
Oh,
Uh, oh, Scarlett said hi to you. NitroNova.
oh, hello. Yes, hello, hello.
Indeed, hello. Um, and yes, hello, Scarlett. Yes, Scarlett, you don't have a choice. You're now watching a video on ethical hacking. This is a requirement.
Yep.
You don't have a choice.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
We're gonna
Yep.
dive deep into it.
It's required. Actually, you will specifically be banned if you don't. Anyway.
Sorry, if you don't want to listen to us talk about ethical hacking, just kindly get out or be banned. That's how it works now.
That is how it works. There is no choice. You have the illusion of choice and nothing more. So I completely lost my thought as to what I was gonna say just because of that. All right. Hold on, I gotta slap myself to focus on. Or okay. In that case, please tell me a little more about your past, your experiences, where you came from, that sort of thing. Like
Well,
because I'd imagine a lioness doesn't come from the city to start. I'd imagine.
no. We lived out in the fields, a mindful, prideful people, obviously. But eventually, things didn't, quite work out. And, essentially, they told me to get out. Well, that's stating it kindly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all
But
right.
we don't really. Talking about that part does not. Leaving. Yeah, it doesn't really. Really mentioning that part, but just like. But if anyone asks, it was my choice to leave.
All right. I will be sure to not mention it again. I do apologize for bringing up such a rough memory.
It's
Is it okay to ask more about the land you're from?
fine.
Like not the local land, but I mean more in general. I'm not familiar with your area.
Oh. Well, the lands where I live now are pretty nice. A lot of, despite being technically in a forest, there are still lots of open fields to run around and
Okay, so
nowadays I do make my work. I do make lots of work in the nearby city for because you still gotta make money,
yeah, of course. But
obviously.
you found a place that suits your needs. That's very
Yeah,
good to hear. And apparently you got Wi-Fi out in the fucking forest. So like, hell
I
yeah.
know it's
God
fantastic.
damn, is that gotta be a good router? I want that router.
No. We set up a tower that works so that we can specifically get why so we can specifically get the internet here in the forest.
Oh, I've heard of that actually. Is it like mounted to like a building that does have an internet signal? I've seen that before. It used to be used in
Yep.
the earlier 2000s to relay signals to
Yep.
very weird specific areas. And you would
Yep.
basically point the dish towards
Yeah.
it and it would cone it out. Okay, right
Yes.
on.
Yes.
God, it's been a long time since I've seen those.
Yeah.
Um
It really has.
but I mean, hey, if archaic fucking technology works for you, then more power to you.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
you know what? Whatever works. That's
Yeah.
how we do it.
And then you could probably just use a secondary repeater once you're there for then an easier signal. Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you have like a little shack or something out there, or is it you just under the trees still?
No. There's a nice cabin.
Ooh.
You know, whoever said I live there alone, also.
I did I say that?
I know. I thought it was kind of intentional, or
Oh,
like,
no, I'm just crazy.
yeah. I think I might have like alluded to living alone, but
Oh,
I do not.
quite possibly. In that case, who do you live with?
Well, it's this very nice old man. He saw that I was, kind of alone when I first, left. So he took me under, and turns out back in his day, he was this badass warrior dude. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yo, I want to meet him. That sounds cool as shit.
I mean, I wish he could come, but unfortunately he's, not very mobile these days. So
Oh yes.
I'm the one usually one running into town doing all the errands and stuff.
Understandable.
That's why it's very important I make a living.
Oh, I see. So you broke into their cabin and you convinced them to have us. Oh, I see. I see.
Yes,
That is the best way to get a
basically.
roommate. You don't have you kick down the door. You don't have a choice. I'm your roommate.
It's basically how it happened.
Let's fucking go.
He was a little intimidated by me at first. Then he
Perfect.
realized.
But
I'm
then they
not
realized
like the
we're at
other.
money.
Yeah, but he realized she can run.
Oh yes, that is the best type of arrangement. You're my roommate
Yep.
now. Also, Scarlett complimented your model. They said it was really nice.
Oh, thank you.
But I don't know what you mean by model, Scarlett. Are you just talking about them? That's a strange way to talk about it, but whatever works. Maybe they're comparing you to it. I don't know.
Huh.
Little strange. You know what? I'll assume it's just simply because they're not used to earthly languages yet. Scarlett's still getting the hang of it.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They corrected themselves.
Good.
In that case, let's see. We've talked about your current living area, your current setup, and here's an idea. What do you do for fun?
Well, there's not much time between all the things I'm doing already. I mean, I hardly find the time to even sit down and do a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Between work, getting all the food, all that jazz. It's hardly time to sit down and do stuff.
Understandable. I'm in a similar boat.
But I'm one of those people who take pride in their work. So I guess you could say my work is my hobby.
Hell yeah, let's go! Just don't experience burnout, because my god, that sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah,
0 out of 10 would recommend.
It will absolutely suck if I ever have to face burnout.
Yeah, and you never recover from it fully.
Nope, never.
I fucking wish you did. Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, chat. If you're gonna burn out, don't. The answer is not always get good, because sometimes getting good causes you to get dead. So like, find a good mix.
Don't get good, and drop dead.
You like always get good, but if the getting good means getting dead, like find a hybrid.
Yeah, don't get good, but don't die.
Yeah.
That's my life model.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
It's my life model.
I mean,
get good, but don't die.
Yeah. In that case, how strong do you think you are? How would you rate yourself? Right, like everyone's got their own combat potential.
On a scale of one.
On a scale of I don't know to I don't know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 8.
Okay, what is 1 and 10 in this scenario?
One is the crybaby in any anime,
Okay.
and then 10 is the overpowered isekai character.
Okay. That is a very good comparison. In that case, you're like a
I'm like,
you're like a Bruce Lee.
yeah.
No, that'd be like a 7 actually.
Yeah, yeah.
An 8. What would be a good 8?
An 8
Ooh,
would be
maybe.
the equivalent of an 8.
Hmm. Let me think. Maybe like. Oh God, what's the? So like you ever watch Black Clover?
No,
Damn it! All right, can't use
not
that.
yet.
Oh shit! Fuck shit! God, I don't know something. Yes, I can picture the scenario. I can't put a fucking character to it.
Well, describe the scenario then.
What's that?
Then describe the scenario.
Oh God! All right, so like. No, that would actually be me info dumping for like 15 minutes just to explain the context of this.
Oh god.
And that would be just the bare minimums, because
Oh gosh.
yeah, yeah. Let's just call you like a. Oh God, I guess I'll use my hero as the example.
Oh god.
It hurts a little, but like I guess that make you like what? Todoroki, the
No,
fire
I
ice
wouldn't
person.
say no. I guess Todoroki would be the best like power level in my case.
Yeah, I should say of the school students, not we're
Yeah.
All Might is not on the scale. Not that they could be anymore, but still.
But it's funny you saying that because when I said the one as like the little crybaby in any anime, the first person I thought of was Mineta.
Yes. Oh my God. I forgot about Mineta.
He's one of those characters where it's just like I want to forget about him, but I
But
really
you
just
can't.
can't.
Yeah, you can't. You wish
Because
you could.
people always bring him up.
And like they're memeable because they're a piece of shit, but like
Yeah.
God. And it makes me so mad because they even get stronger.
Yeah.
Let the fucking transfer student take that role. Screw Mineta.
Yeah.
We could have anyone else. We could have anyone else. Imagine a timeline where we had literally fucking anyone else. I don't even care.
I don't care if it would be the weakest hero.
Give me the motherfucking paper cut hero. I don't give a shit who it is. Like, ugh. Anyway, yeah. All right. So you're stronger than Mineta. That is a good baseline.
Yes. He was the one in the scenario.
All right. So, what was something you weren't expecting, or something that's a bit different than anticipated when it comes to, being a streamer?
Ooh. I definitely been in the game for streaming longer, well, way longer than I've been a VTuber because I started off with just using webcam, but it's just like first thing that actually took me back to surprise is how faulty audio can be.
Oh my God.
Yes, like
Oh my fucking God, yes.
even to this day, there was a time where I completely forgot to unmute myself on stream the entire time. And now I'm looking at that stream. I'm just like, wait, why can't I hear any of the funny jokes I made? Right, the mic was muted.
That's my worst fucking nightmare. Oh
Or
God.
the problem is, dude, nobody came in and be like, hey, your mic's muted. I'm just like, no.
I am so sorry. That truly is just the perfect description of just raw pain.
Yes, it really is.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you have had. Scarlett has done the same thing too, it appears.
Yeah. I feel like you're not a true streamer if you've never done that.
I mean, I've done a thing where I thought I was streaming for like 15 fucking minutes and then found out I wasn't because apparently YouTube makes a separate fucking initiator between the start of the stream and the start of the fucking broadcast, which is the stream. But apparently I'll just go fuck myself, so I have to double check that every time now.
Oh, it's so yeah. I've done a few streams here on YouTube, but I definitely vastly prefer streaming on Twitch. So
That's fair. I
personal
tried
preference.
Twitch, and I think there are some amazing things on it. I
Yeah,
love the fucking third party support. I love the integrations. I love fucking like the ability to have a even higher tier of interaction with the audience. And that is what
yeah,
I want on this platform. I want that to be on YouTube. But the reason why I do stick with YouTube is simply because I don't like how Twitch feels. Not that I necessarily love how YouTube feels, but it feels better. It doesn't feel as disheartening, I
yeah.
suppose, would be a good descriptor.
I feel like everyone has their own personal taste. Like I started streaming on Twitch, so I kind of stick with Twitch because it's like that's where I feel comfortable. So
That is perfectly fair, yeah. Like when I first started streaming, uh, before VTubing, I was on Twitch too. I definitely have seen some of the good of it.
mhm.
I definitely did enjoy it. It's just not for me, I suppose, would be a good descriptor.
Yeah, I get, and it's not for everyone.
Yeah. All right. So here's a question for ya. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to ask? We're gonna flip the table. Flip the
Ooh, the
script, perhaps.
tables have the the turntables have turned,
Yes. Yes.
but there's one problem with that table being turned.
Oh shit.
I had no questions.
Let's go. Oh, hello, person who I cannot pronounce the name of because I don't know how to read most of those letters. However, I hope you're doing well.
Hello. Yes, I also cannot read that name.
I'm going to Google Translate your name and hope I don't have to erase my history. One moment.
Want to say that's Russian?
Maybe. I don't know. This does not translate well. Something tells me this is. It's probably a pun. It's probably a pun that I don't get. Something about microwaves. If that was even correct. So what did I ask you? Oh right, yes, and
Yeah.
then you didn't have any response. That is
Yeah.
fair because that is usually the intention of it. I don't actually expect anyone to have anything. It's just funny to me. Um. Okay. Okay. So if you weren't streaming, right?
Mhm.
Do you think that you would still be doing something kind of similar to streaming or just something completely different?
I believe that like during this like free time, I would probably be making videos for here on YouTube, but it's just I do prefer like actual live content because I don't know, I prefer like, actually like interacting that kind of way with my community, obviously,
Of course, of
which is
course.
so much fun.
Alrighty. Well,
I,
that
I
is
tried the pre-recorded stuff, but
still that is perfectly fair. Um. Oh, they responded. It's not a pun. It's just four random words combined into a 50-syllable long nickname. It translates to. Are you implying that Google Translate was correct? I don't believe that. Google Translate is supposed to be shit. Okay, it. All right, cool.
oh,
Fair enough. Google Translate did its job. I guess I have to give it the badge of it worked. That doesn't happen.
I'd
Huh.
like to give it a you did good
It
star,
did
but
good.
like poorly drawn in MS Paint.
I so that's just the current badges you have. Um fair enough. It is earned worthiness as being called a translation software. Um well right on. Thank you for the clarification. And fair, that just must mean you have the soul of an entertainer or something akin to that then. Someone who wants
Yeah,
to communicate and interact with their community, which is Fun. So like hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Here's a simple one. Favorite color or colors, or perhaps color sets, palettes, perhaps.
I mean, I've always been a fan of green.
Oh,
So,
green. Is it because of an association to anything, or is it simply because it's a cool color?
it's a cool color. That's all it is.
That is perfectly fair. Nothing's wrong with that.
Nope.
Yeah, right on. And all right, so this is oh god, hold on. Chat is full. Chat is so full. Oh my word. Hold on. Okay. You Black Prism said, you both chose today to put smiles on many faces. The noon to help the wait, hold on. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I I hope you're having a nice day too, and I
Yeah.
appreciate the kind words.
Yeah. Always nice words to hear.
Yeah. And oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. So, the person who is making their nickname really long, experienced YouTube suddenly making it so you have to wait 2 weeks to change your nickname. So they're stuck with this for 2 weeks, which is really funny,
Oh.
actually.
That kind of sucks.
No, that's hilarious.
It is a little bit funny, but
and thank you. I appreciate that too. Okay. So I get distracted too much. What is all right? So ethical hacking actually you took. We're gonna go back to that for a second.
all right, we're going back to that.
If you're able to talk about it, have you had any applications of it?
No, no, actually not, because the thing is, I after the semester in college I took that, I kind of dropped out of college because I realized it wasn't really for me, and I could learn much more online.
Let's fucking
And
go. Same.
so I was like, why waste my money with stuff I can learn online?
Yeah, it is.
Because I was studying to be a graphic designer and a web developer, and funny enough, even with all that, I work at a mattress factory.
No, I understand that feel. It's like that sometimes. Uh, Way too goddamn often, actually. Nonetheless, I do still wish you luck in the future in getting something more akin to what the plans were, because hell yeah. I'm in a similar boat. College is kind of shit for learning things. Um, it's way easier to just learn things on your own and like fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
God, my least favorite thing is when you have to deal with like a professor who you know that they just don't want to fucking be there, but they don't want to stop getting paid, so they're just like shuffling
Yep.
everyone
Hmm.
along, and you're just saying like, wow, you are wasting everyone's time, including yourself.
Hmm. I know exactly who I can think of when
Me
that
too.
description comes
One
up.
very particular person. That's how it always is.
Yep.
There's always one who
Same
leaves a
here.
stain in someone's mind.
Yep. I was like, wow, I never thought I'd talk about that guy. But here I
Yeah,
am talking
right.
about that guy.
Oh, listen, same here. They're on my mind, and now there is spite in my soul.
Yep.
So, in that case, what is something you've learned, whether it's somewhat recently or not, that you find is cool? Maybe you'd want to share. Share it with the class.
Oh god. I didn't bring enough cookies for this.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just use we'll just divide it up. Everyone can get like a half a crumb.
I
Hold on.
mean, I have 2 cookies.
Oh shit.
How we're gonna split that amongst
Oh
the
shit.
class?
Oh shit. I mean, technically speaking, you can share less if you just kill someone.
I don't fancy that cat murder just so that I don't have to share my cookies.
Oh really? I've already taken out like 3 of them.
Oh no.
Well,
I mean, if you want to be the sole eater of the other cookie, you can murder
I mean, I
everyone
kind of
else.
do though. Like,
But if you do murder me,
no,
you're
no,
not
no,
allowed to have the cookie.
no, no, no. It's not sharing then. I can't do that. I'm not a thief.
You're not a thief, but
I'm just a
you
murderer.
are continuing the
Disclaimer, defects. I have not killed anyone yet. So, all right. Yeah. Um. So nothing interesting comes to mind. Anything recently?
No, not really.
That is perfectly fair. In that case, graphic arts. Are there any artists that you find cool, unique, or interesting that you might want to share?
Not off the top of my head, really.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Or maybe creations themselves that stick out in your mind. It doesn't matter the medium either. It doesn't have to be just art.
Yeah, nothing that really comes to mind.
Fair enough then. Fair enough then. Let's see. Let me think. I haven't seen many what would you call yourself? Lion like people.
Uh,
You're you're
well,
you're the lioness warrior, right? Is there a
yes.
name for your group?
Uh, your own moment when you forget your own lore.
Let's go! I totally feel that. If you want, I can give you a moment to remember it and I can just ramble off to the side. Or alternatively, you can just mention it when you remember.
Uh, where did I put that document?
Let's go! uh, uh, um, let me look for my notebook. I have a notebook somewhere. I keep some stuff. It's a drawing notebook that I don't use for drawing because I'm just a wasteful piece of shit.
The field stripe. Surface field. That's what we're called.
What's that?
The field. The field stripe. Field.
The, how would I spell that?
FIDEF. I mean
Oh,
S.
oh, okay. That almost sounds like a past tense verb.
It did, Ironically, it means faithful in Latin.
Does it?
Ironically.
Would that be ironic?
It is ironic. Because they were not faithful to me.
Ouch. Fucking ouch. Alright, that's
why
fair.
it's ironic.
Alright then. Fair enough. Let's see. So, you have been playing a lot of video games, right? So,
Yep.
what's an idea for a game or an alternative take on a game which you wish existed? Alternatively, a port that you wish existed.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Multiple answers are, of course, allowed.
Not much that I can think of right off the top of my head.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Would you like a few moments, or instead, would you like me to move on?
Let's move on. We can go back to this question later.
Alrighty then, I shall ask you a little later. Alright. So, usually this is a question I ask closer to the end, but instead, I'm going to ask it now. Do you have any advice you'd like to provide to other VTubers and or streamers?
This advice goes to those who want to get into streaming more specifically, or uh, is just start. You know, if you're questioning us like, oh, would people like it, or am I gonna really enjoy this? You're never gonna know until you try. Like, just do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, you're gonna be scruff, and that's okay, and it will be fine. You'll have people there to either lightly make fun of you, and then you make them your mods,
Yeah.
or
Or
people who are generally helpful.
yeah. Or and also honestly, like high key, have realistic expectations about it.
Yeah, really. Don't expect going into streaming, like, don't expect going in like, oh, I'm gonna get like hundreds of thousands of viewers. No, just be like, okay, it's my first stream. No one showed up. Whatever.
Yeah, and
I went
just
into my first, and I would also say, like, even when starting out, just talk like you do have a few followers, a few viewers, because you never know when someone's gonna pop in. They may not say anything, but you could at least grab their attention. And 100% shout out to all of our lurkers.
yes, absolutely. All of you crazy fuckers out there, you're great. We appreciate you.
Mhm. Whether you speak in chat or not, we
Exactly.
appreciate. Yeah.
Though, if you definitely want to show support for a streamer you are watching, it is always worth speaking in chat. If you
Mhm.
are able to and feel comfortable with it, it is always a good motivational thing for
Yeah.
those who are there. Um, but yeah, absolutely, that is a fantastic thing to share.
Yeah.
Definitely, just starting. Ooh, here's a good question. What was one of your first streams? Well, let's hear some of the scuffed.
Ooh. Okay. So
Or I should
back
say,
then,
first VTube stream. I should clarify. I don't want to dox you.
first VTuber stream, probably spent on at my debut. I probably spent like I spent so much time just like fiddling around with everything because I was just like, yeah, I have an understanding to OBS. I've been using it for like 3 years. And then it's like suddenly I forget like everything, and I'm just like, oh god, how do I change this? How do I change this? The chat box not how I want it to be. At least I remember to unmute my mic.
That is a positive. That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
I don't
That's
even remember my first like actual stream. It was probably really scruff because I was playing on like a dinty laptop that had a webcam, had this really awful webcam, and like this very shitty mic, and it was just like, yeah. I went
oh
in there. I'm just like, I have no expectations.
hell yes. That is the way to do it. Um, yeah, freaking when I when I started, I definitely had like zero structure and zero assets too. So I basically just
Yeah.
that first stream was basically dedicated to me drawing stuff to use for future streams. So I just sit there. I drew like a garbage room, which I don't even like. I definitely don't use now. Not that this room is peak, but still. Nonetheless, improvements still being made because it was like a black and white just silhouette sketch of a bunch of fucking props in a room, a corner area.
Mm.
That's it. That's all it was. That took like
Ah.
2 hours. um, but yeah, yeah. Don't expect to have a bunch of people. Everyone. I
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it took me a few weeks till I got my first viewers. Like more than
Yeah.
just someone who stops in for like a single second. I remember being so excited about my first chat message, which was literally like one of those porn bots, like those porn link bots.
Oh
But
my gosh.
but it was the first engagement I ever got, even if it was literally just that, and I was so psyched.
Honestly, when I first started getting a bunch of those, my reaction was like, I made it.
Yeah, right.
I'm a streamer. I get poor bot. And then I'm like,
Oh my gosh, yes. I still haven't figured out a good way to scrub the on-screen version of the chat of it, because when I try to refresh it like you're supposed to do, it does not erase those for some reason. And I need to figure out why that's happening.
Yeah, that's one thing I still have to figure out as well.
Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, until we have the solution, everyone's just gonna deal with those. Yeah. All right. So in that case, what is something that you wanted to be growing up, if it's any different than your current objectives?
Not gonna lie, I I really, when I was a kid. Now you're gonna see. I've always been into like murders and mysteries and stuff. I actually wanted to be a private investigator when I was little. I think one year I actually dressed up as like a detective, and I'm just like, I am the coolest thing ever.
That's because you were at that moment. That sounds cool as
I
shit.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt cool, and I was cool.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Hell yes.
I think there was also a little bit of time where I wanted to be a police officer, and I'm just like, and that was a shortly lived until the private investigator dream.
That is perfectly fair. Entertainingly enough, I could absolutely see like a classic template style like Sherlock or equivalent British investigator outfit totally working for your design.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll have to think about that for the redesign.
Or even just like as a Halloween costume, just like either way, hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Oh, let's see. In chat we got NASCAR driver, Scarlett. Let's go.
NASCAR driver.
Also, you had a previous detective internship. You interned for a fucking detective?
That is cool. That is so cool.
Holy shit. I don't even know how the fuck you would get into that position. I mean, yeah, that's one hell of an internship.
Yeah, really.
Right on. Let's see. If there was one video game you could like enter the world, be a part of, or like even just visit and see, like it doesn't have to mean you're like trapped there or something like that. Like either way, what would it be?
Yeah, but it starts Pokemon, Just go with Pokemon, just slightly just steal like all my favorite Pokemon and come back.
That is perfectly fair. Hell yeah. After my streams, I don't think I'll ever be allowed there. However,
yeah, it's fun.
What is your favorite Pokemon? Or what are your favorite Pokemon?
I have always been into like flying type Pokemon. So some of my favorites are Altaria, Talonflame, Frostlass has always been one of my favorites as well. Pinkaton from the new games is really cool too.
What is the name of that one?
Pinkaton?
Like Signaton?
Tignaton.
Oh, Tignat.
It's just this like little pink gremlin with a giant hammer. It's so cool.
I'm looking that up as we speak. Oh my god! What? This is glorious! I fucking love this! That's fucking great! I'm proud of them. Like, I've never met them, I've never seen them, but I'm proud of them.
Like
Look at them go.
Pink little gremlin with giant hammer.
It's glorious! It's beautiful. Holy shit. Alright then. I love it. This is a fucking eye-opening glorious experience. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
So were you on the internet during the older days of it?
The
During
what days?
during the older days of it. I'm talking like late early 2000s, that sort of, that, or even like a little bit
I
before
really got
before
into
2000s.
the internet like early 2010s.
Early
So
2010s. So still when YouTube wasn't shit.
yeah, shortly before YouTube became shit.
Right on, right on. Do you have any fond memories of it? Any particular places you went? Maybe forums that weren't popular that you want to share the memory of?
Hmm. Not that I can think of.
That is totally alright. Not a problem at all. Let's see. I know. Favorite, or one of your favorite technologies or similar growing up? Something that was cool as
Ooh.
fuck to you, even if it's not now.
The light bright. That was cool as shit.
The light bright. That is not familiar
Yeah.
to me. Please go ahead and describe it to me.
So it was basically it's hard to explain, but it was so cool and I loved it.
Is this something that I should look up? Let's
Yes.
see. Let's see. The light bright. The light. Interesting. So it appears to be a box with illumination in the back, but it gets cut off from the
Yeah.
front. But there are these, like, maybe acrylic
Yeah.
or something pegs you can put into an area, and then obviously the light travels through it. So you can put different colored pegs in and basically create,
Yep.
like, not pixel art, but like dot art.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Let me see if I can find a Creative Commons approved image to share with the share with chat or something similar to it. According to what I'm finding, these are Creative Commons approved, so let's hope that actually is in fact the case. And if not, that's a problem for later. Alright, copy. Give me just a moment. It'll be just one more moment, and then everyone will be able to see it. Copy this. Light bright. URL is to the image for it. And let's make it visible. Yeah. It's like this. It's like this, chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's box of light and what appears to also be like some sort of half rechargeable battery, I think. Um and just a bunch of dots. Excellent. And now I killed
I
that
always
element. Oh, what's that?
I always loved it as a kid.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It looks fun to mess around with. Make a lot all sorts of things. I I never had it. I've never used an Etch a Sketch until more recently, and they're cool. That reminds me of those because it's just like simple rudimentary. But my
I used
god,
to play with those as a kid too, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
yeah,
Then I got the light bright. And I was like, no, this is the coolest thing ever.
yeah, upgrade. You got an upgrade.
Yeah.
Um, and yes, Scarlett, I did not know what a light bright is. I'm sorry for offending you over not knowing a goddamn light bright. Shit, fuck, damn. Alright, let's see. I know. So I've asked you specific favorites of foods, but what is just your overall favorite food, or for you, if there is not a particular one?
I mean, chicken Alfredo. That's always a good one.
Chicken Alfredo. That is a good one. That
Yeah.
is a good choice.
Some beef tips, on top of some angel hair pasta. Ooh, so good.
Ooh, all fancy
Mix a
too.
little, beef gravy with it. Ah, so good. Or sometimes just scrap the meat all together. Just put the beef gravy in some noodles.
Yeah, you just like Alfredo noodle. The chicken doesn't even
Sometimes
matter.
yeah, sometimes the chicken doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll just throw Alfredo on there.
I mean, it does sound cheaper that way.
It does.
Fair
But
enough.
chicken is already pretty cheap as a food. And it's like the least expensive meat.
True, true. But still, that is perfectly fair. Any runner-ups? Any runner-ups for things that are close, almost there, but not as good as chicken Alfredo.
Mm, not really.
Fair enough. Nothing compares to chicken Alfredo. It is the peak. There was nothing better than the existence of chicken Alfredo. How about drink?
Drink.
Drink of the favorite
Well,
variety.
I do tend to just normally drink water, but when I'm not drinking water, I am usually drinking some root beer.
Root beer, let's go.
Woo!
Also, water. Water is important.
Yes, water is important so that you can hydrate so that you're not dehydrating.
Correct.
You should
Correct.
always be hydrating.
I am constantly dehydrating because
And that is your problem.
Yes, correct. It is a skill issue. So, all right. Let me think. If no, actually, I asked that. Never mind. In that case, instead, what's something that you've made that you're proud of?
Uh, mm,
If it's something you can share.
mm,
You don't need to also display
yeah.
it, because obviously, yeah, yeah. So no worries. In that case, how about this instead? What is something you want to make?
Something I want to make.
Yeah, it can be super casual, so it's not eventually, or maybe an idea you've had in your head once in a while.
I don't know, but I was always been playing around with the idea of like maybe one day doing like writing like an original song at some day.
Yeah, yeah, that's always fun.
Mhm.
Do you have any experience in doing that before?
Nope.
That is perfectly fair. Just like streaming, might as well just do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in life where it's just like you're not sure about it. You should just do it.
Yeah,
What's the worst that's gonna happen? But if your idea is like, oh, I'll do this, but then it would get someone killed, yeah, maybe don't.
yeah, yeah. Defects don't be like you use your noggin, and if you can't, have someone else use their noggin, because my word, don't put anyone in danger. Defects. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder. So let's see. What is the job you do in the city?
Well, I I mostly take on jobs, ordered for protection, more kind of like a person. You could consider like personal bodyguard. You know, someone's like, "Oh, I need to go out and do this thing, but I'm worried I might get out and attack." So
Oh,
they can, be like, "Yo, you're good at fighting. You can make sure I stay safe."
does it pay well?
It does pay well because
Good.
most of the time you're getting the richer folk
Oh, I
who
see.
feel like they can't die because they have too much to live for. But sometimes you get the egotistical, the arrogant assholes.
Of course. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that definitely sounds like something you'd have to deal with that type of job. Hmm. You ever think about going out, maybe exploring the world a bit more, doing some adventuring of your own?
Oh, all the time. But there's only so much you can do.
That is perfectly fair. That is perfectly fair. Hmm. Have you ever played Breath of the Wild? I feel like that'd be a very fitting game for you.
No, I haven't. And because here's the thing, I've never gotten into the Legend of Zelda games, and I was thinking about doing so, but then everyone's saying, "Oh, Breath of the Wild's not a good start for that." Then, I'm like, hey, then I'll find a different Zelda game to start with.
All right. I mean, I fucking started with Breath of the Wild and it was awesome. That was like my first. Like technically, I played the goddamn NES one, like on my Wii.
Oh, Link to the Past. Yeah, I played like
No, I
5
mean
minutes of
the
that.
original NES one. That's
Oh, wow,
just The Legend of Zelda.
wow.
Um, Not that fun. Like a lot of people, are, oh, it's great. Yeah. Like for an NES game, it's pretty good, but like it's
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you think like for its time, yeah, it'd probably
yeah.
be pretty good.
But high key, I don't know why people like don't start with Breath of the Wild. Hell yeah, go for it. It doesn't matter which release of it either. The fucking Wii U is fine. That's why I played it on.
Well, I have a Switch, but I don't have a Wii U, so I'm probably gonna get it on the Switch.
That makes perfect sense, and that is in fact the better way to do it. So
Why buy an entirely new console for one game?
yeah, the worst of the two versions of it, mind you. So like, yeah, they might as well
Yeah.
go with the proper one. Yeah. Let's see. What's a game you've enjoyed recently?
Well, I'm still in the middle of it, but the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles are a really good game. So yeah.
All right.
But then again, I'm a stickler for that kind of game types where it's just like, all right, I have no idea what's going on. Let's figure it out.
Hell yes. I've been really wanting to do to journey into the world of the Professor Layton series.
Oh,
Um, it looks so
see,
cool.
here's the thing is too is like I want to simply so that because if I play those games first and then I go back to play the crossover with Ace Attorney, it'd make much more sense probably.
Probably, yeah. There's a crossover.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
But
What?
I also have to play the other Phoenix Wright games.
That makes perfect sense.
I've only played 3 of them.
I mean, that's pretty involved to go through three of them so far. Actually, now that I think about it,
Yeah.
because those are long games, aren't they?
Yeah, I according to Steam, I've put like 120 some hours into the trilogy.
Oh shit! Nice. Also, that's on Steam.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
What? I didn't know
And
this.
so is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
What?
They're on sale right now.
What? I thought they were just Nintendo games, like just on the fucking
Well, they're
DS.
on the Switch.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, all right then. Good to know. That's wild to me. I didn't think about that. I mean, consider a fucking computer release for that. It makes sense. It makes sense to. I just never even thought about it.
Yeah.
Um. Ooh. Favorite console
Favorite
or
console?
well, I mean, a handheld is also a console. But if you'd like to give one for a handheld and a non-handheld, that is perfectly fair too.
Well, I play Switch and PC, so those are my favorites.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's all I play.
No love for the Game Boy.
I mean, I love the Game Boy. When I when I had it.
Yeah,
As a kid. I loved it. I took it almost everywhere with me.
that is fair. God, I fucking love the DS. It is so hard to find someone who has a fucking DS still. So,
I don't even know what happened to mine.
I hope it was not neglected and left to rot. I hope it's well taken care of.
It might be lost and forgotten somewhere.
I surely you jest, right? There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, it's totally safe wherever it is. I have absolutely 100% knowledge of where my DS
Of course,
is.
of course.
Obviously, And all my DS games, I know exactly where they
Yeah,
are too.
yeah, yeah.
Know where my original copy of Pearl is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
of course, of course. Those are going for so much now.
I know.
It's crazy. Um, let's see. All right, so we've got that. How about music? Any types of music you listen to that you want to share?
I mean, I'm very, very, very open when it comes to music. I will listen to pretty much everything. Yep, there's no buts. I will listen. I will give anything a shot.
All right, that's fair for giving anything a shot, but never mind giving a shot. What is something that you find yourself coming back to?
Ugh. I usually go through so many different phases of music, but right now it's kind of I found myself going back to like early 2010s, like late 2000 kind of pop music.
Oh, okay. Please excuse the yawn. I did not sleep much.
It's okay, I didn't either.
Let's go. Who needs sleep? Us,
What's
but
the
we'll
sleep
get it.
schedule?
Oh man. um, yeah. All right. So, let me think. Honestly, we are getting close to the end of the stream. We've got a little bit more. It's just worth letting you know ahead of time.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Do you have um any thing you'd like to what's the word I'm looking for? Advertise, announce. Things you're planning and you want to spread to the world. Or at least whatever my defects listen to.
Uh, Not really.
That is
Like
perfectly
I
fair.
said, but it's not like I have any like big projects coming up soon.
I don't even mean big projects necessarily. I mean like for example, when's your next stream?
My next stream will be. Hold on, actually, let's look this up. It will be January 3rd.
Alrighty then. Do you have what you're doing planned?
I am doing more Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Let's go! And by the way, everyone, both their Twitter and also their Twitch are in the description below. Please be sure to check them out. You don't have a choice. As I've said before, choice is an illusion. You are going there. You are going there. Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, I know. So, graphic arts itself. What got you into that?
Well, I've always kind of been a creative person, so I'd always like do little doodles in like notebooks and anywhere I could find. And so, kind of after the wanting to be a private investigator phase in my life, I was like, I want to be an artist. And my dad was like, oh, okay. And then, like, some time came by later, he was like, "Hey, kiddo, you know how you like art and you know how you like technology? Have you ever thought of putting the two together?" And I'm like, "Putting the two together? How would that work?" He's like, "Graphic design." And then I looked up a bunch of, like, inspiration. I'm like, "That's what I want to do with my life."
Heck yeah. Well, that is a good reason for it. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Um, I can't hear graphic design now without picturing the graphic design is my passion monstrosity, which I'm pretty sure you know exactly what
Yep.
I'm talking. Yep,
Yep. I know
yep.
exactly what you're
It
talking about.
hurts so much. It's so
Yeah.
fucking painful.
I'm just like, I'm like, that is that is that is that is a disgrace to everybody whose passion is actually graphic design.
Yeah.
Like, I will make stupid stuff like that all the time, and I'll be like, "Yeah, graphic design is my passion,"
Oh, but that's
and my
different. That's
friends
done
are like,
ironically.
"Yeah, we know graphic design is your passion. You've been talking about it since we met you."
uh, creating intentionally awful art is its own art, though, and
Yes,
that will always
it
be
is.
fun.
I remember, like, back in, like, the Discord use, my profile used to just be this, like, really bad art that I made in, like, 5 minutes, and I'm like, "Yep, this is it. This is the
It
peak of comedy."
is though. There's something so simple yet truly entertaining about just awful art
Yep.
used to convey a silly idea. All right. And is there anything you plan on getting into or learning in the future, perhaps? Stuff you want to delve into?
I I do want to, like, dive into, like, actually, like, rigging and, like, 3D modeling because that sounds, like, so cool. Like, that animation stuff, just animation in general, to be fair. It's it's just so cool in my mind, and it's always been so cool in my mind. And I was just like, I need to sit down and learn that. So,
Yeah, that's fucking fair. Blender is hell. Good luck.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I've been told. Yep.
but
Blender
I encourage the
can
hell
be,
out of it. That
yes.
sounds fun as hell. Um, and someone with actual graphic design background, graphic arts, I should say, in similar, will have probably a much better time than uh a rendering error fucking mess. So you'll be fine, I think. So hell yeah. And if not, you'll still be able to create an entertaining abomination, if nothing else. And then you can evolve from there.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that might be it. So, and with that, I really appreciate you coming out here tonight, all the way into VTube City, just to join in this interview.
Well,
And
thank you for having me.
you're welcome. And as I said before, Defects, check out their channel, check out their Twitch. You don't have a choice. This is a threat. This is a recorded threat. Um,
This is the moment where you pull out your gun.
yes, this is the moment. Well, I mean, I already have. It's just under the counter. They don't know yet. But yes, yes, just below the counter where my hands are hidden. That there is a gun. This is a threat. Um, and yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you all to Defects for joining us tonight. And with that, I bid you all adieu and peace out.